Hello and welcome back to the chaos that is Shani and Books. Today I'm going to be doing my October TBR. It's getting a little crazy because there's a lot happening in October. I think I have 4 book clubs and 3 readathons. So look, I'm being ambitious. Probably not going to get to all the books, but we'll see how we go. Also, for all my girls with the spooky aesthetic, I get it. It's fun. I don't think I'm converted. I'm still very much a pink girly. But I've been decorating my house. I've got bats on the wall. I've got bats on my face. I decorated my library. I'm half done decorating my house. I get it. It's a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen my TBRs before, I usually do 10 pin bowling picks my TBR. I pull 10 prompts out of a prompt jar, stick each to a bowling pin and bowl the ball. Whatever I knock down, I have to fit those prompts. It's like an extra step to the classic prompt jar that everyone does. So I just filmed that footage downstairs and I'll insert that in a moment. But if you didn't see my last video or the video before that, depending on what I upload first, I decided to start my own book club. So I've got the book club book for that, plus 3 other book clubs that I'm going to try to participate in. I have Becca's Spookopoly Readathon, which is called Spookopoly this round. I also have Vampathon Readathon, as well as the Autumn's Up Readathon hosted by Sadie Library Lane on Instagram, which I would like to try and participate in. So there's a lot happening. Let me insert the footage of my 10 pin bowling and then we'll come back and try and tie it all together. All right, I'm going to try and do my 10 pin bowling section of the TBR before I get interrupted by my son. There's a fly flying around. Sorry, I'm trying my best. I finally put the prompts into a bigger jar. Of course, there's a Milo tin because would you expect me to have something professional? Absolutely not. So let's pick 10 prompts. All right, first one. Oh no, an author with the same initials as me. I already know I don't have any on my shelf. The first book you see on Instagram. Oh my gosh. The author is under 30. A beautiful cover. A red cover. Color in the title. 5, 6. Key and picks. An author using a pen name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 2 more. One word title. And green cover. All right, let's do the bowling. Go. Oops. I'm gonna throw this one.
Nope.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's enough. All right, I just filmed this whole spookopoly section. We're cutting that as a practice run and I'm going to do it again. Ken was interrupting me. I didn't know what I was doing. I was having technical issues, but it's fine. Basically, this is Monopoly, but make it bookish, and there's bookish prompts on each thing. I'm going to grab the dice. All right, here we go. Let's roll. Okay, a 3. I'm using this little photo of myself as my thing. Do I count Go as the first one? Wait, how do you play Monopoly? I'm not going to count it. 1, 2, 3. Under 300 pages, small book. Okay, we can do that. All right, let's roll again. This is roll number 2. 3 again. Wait, does that mean something? Or is it just double? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to play this game. Hold on, wait. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, let's 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Orange. I'm guessing that's a book with an orange cover, right? Okay. Again, this is roll number 3. Okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spooky. Okay, that's pretty easy. Oh, there we go. Finally loaded. Okay. Okay, this is number 4. 8. Okay, let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Black cat. Okay, last one. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jigsaw. All right, hold on. Let me Okay, let me compose myself. I'm overwhelmed. Hold on. Let me try and figure out what's happening. As always, it's chaotic. It's the next day and I'm going to try and give you the actual books I've chosen now. Kian is behind me. I've distracted him by letting him play Mario Kart. So hopefully you can't hear the background noises to that. Right. So I have 7 prompts for my 10-pin bowling to fit. I have the 5 prompts from the spookopoly. And I have 4 book clubs, and I think I've done the best I can to cross-fit them in to each other's things, if that makes sense. Before I get into the prompts, I'm going to tell you the book clubs. So, again, I'm doing my very first month of my own book club this month, and we are reading the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This one is a horror book following these suburban mums who are in this book club. A new person comes to the town who they start to become suspicious of, and I'm very excited but nervous for this one. The synopsis does say something about children going missing, which always gets me really nervous. I don't like when children are harmed in books, so I'm nervous, but I think this will be a fun one to read together. So that is the first book club. The second book club that I usually participate in is the We're All Booked book club. He's going to keep interrupting me. I'll leave the links below. But for October, they are reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I'm very excited about this one as well. So I'm so glad that it was a book club pick. It also fits the Buzzwordathon prompt, which is like magic words, because witches is obviously magic. And this I think is like a cozy fantasy about a witch who gets a message to travel to a mysterious house to teach other witches, I think. I'm very excited about this one. The other 2 book clubs that I am going to try and participate in, I don't have physical copies. The first one is Kayla's Literally Dead book club. For that book club, the book is Family Game by Catherine Stedman, which is a thriller. I think it's something to do with like them having to play some sort of game to get inheritance, but I can get the ebook through my library, so I'm going to read that one. And then Gabby's book club, The Book Troop, is reading The Stranger Upstairs, which I think when I was looking up this one, I think the author might even be Australian, which is always fun for me. This is a new release thriller. I think it's about these people who are renovating a house and some spooky things start happening within the house. So that should be exciting as well. Let's get on to all of the different prompts, because I do actually have to do something to finish the last one. So I knocked down 7 pins, so 7 prompts to get through. But one of them was the first book you see on Instagram. So I do need to do that one because I haven't done it yet. I've barely opened Instagram today. I think I replied to 1 message and that's all. I think I'm going to make this the first book I see that I actually own or have access to, because I don't want to like start buying a bunch of new books. I'm going to open up Instagram and see what we see. All right, hang on. Let me open this window. Oh, okay. I can already see the first photo is of Jan. The book is The Saturday Night Ghost Club, which I feel like I've seen people posting about. That is a short book. I'll keep it as an option. I'll see if I can get it, but let me scroll down. Bin Chicken books. No, I don't have that book. This is a real Wildfire. Oh, that's coming out soon. I don't really want to read that one. Okay, I'm not reading Sarah J. Maas. Sorry. Okay, we're not having much luck. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. That could be an option. I'm pretty sure that's on Kindle Unlimited. All these 3 Lucy Score books. I'm not going to read all 3. I could read one of those. I don't own it. Should I just keep going until I get one that I own? Christina Lauren? Don't own it. I am not reading A Little Life. Oh my god. Not this one facing forward, but this one here is Pizza Girl. I do own Pizza Girl. I even made that as an option for one of Kian's books to pick. Okay, hold on, that could be it. All right, I think that was my answer. That was the first one that I actually owned. That worked out perfect. I'll now insert the footage. One of the other pins that I knocked down was Kian picks for me. Pizza Girl was one of the options I gave because it was really thin, but I'll insert the footage for that now. Okay, let me show you all the options, okay? This one's called Pizza Girl. This one's called Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. This is His Hideous Heart. This one, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, or Frankenstein. Which one do you think I should read? I had a feeling you might choose that one. You don't want the peaches?
Nope.
This one, okay. So I did have a feeling that he would pick Frankenstein. I really like this edition. I have tried to read this before. All right. Sorry, I got distracted by Kian, but I did go and get my copy of Pizza Girl. I have a different edition, but it is very small. I think it is about a girl who becomes obsessed with this mum. Okay, what was I talking about before? Yes, this one. I did sneakily add my book club pick in as an option because I thought maybe the peaches would draw him in, but I should have known he would pick this. But it is a good month for me to try it, so I'm gonna try again for this book. I am going to count this one for the bowling prompt of green cover, which I know there's not very much green here, but under the dust jacket it is completely green, so I'm going to count this for that, so I'm not adding too many. And then for red cover, I didn't honestly have very many red books, but I'm going with this one. It's kind of red. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, and this one I started I think last year for the Werewolf Books Book Club, but I didn't finish it. I don't know why. So I'm going to try it again now. It is a young adult book. It's not very long, so hopefully should be all right. Something to do with ghosts. I think it's gonna be fitting for the spooky season. For an author with the same initials as me, I knew I didn't have anything with this, so I just went with the same first name. So I'm gonna use this one because S and Shani, same, and I've already spoken about this. For the one-word title, I am going to attempt to read Verity by Colleen Hoover. I am not Colleen Hoover's biggest fan. I haven't really liked any of the books that I've read from her, but if I'm gonna like one, it's probably this because I don't really like her romances in quotation. They're not really romances in my opinion, some of them, but anyway, because I think this is more like thrillery vibes and I don't really want to look into what this is about. I'm just gonna jump into it and see what I think. For an author under 30, this was so difficult. I was struggling to find the age of authors, like at all, find the age anywhere, but I ended up coming up with something. It is not spooky at all, but that's fine because it's much easier to find the ages of celebrities and public figures than it is to find it of authors. So I'm going to go with Big Love by Brooke Blurton. I kept seeing this book and thinking, oh my god, that's a really pretty cover. The girl is really pretty. I have no idea who she is. And then I found out that she was on the Australian Bachelorette, which that is not a show for me, which is why I did not know who she was. But then I found out that her season of The Bachelorette, she was the first ever bisexual Bachelorette where they had both male and female contestants on the show that wanted to date her, and she was also the first First Nations Bachelorette, which that does sound like something I would like. And I actually have watched a few episodes. I haven't watched all the way to the end. I don't know how long ago her season was, but probably like 2 years ago, knowing me. But yeah, I enjoy it. So yeah, picked up this book now that I know who she actually is. It was on sale at Kmart and she's 28. So I finally found one, and this is not very long either. So there we go. That fits that prompt. I think that's all the bowling prompts that I have. Yep, green cover, red cover, author under 30, same initials as me, one word title, Kian picks, and the first book I see on Instagram. Okay, moving on. My spookopoly books. For under 300 pages, small book was the first prompt that I hit, and for this one I'm going to be using an arc that I have that I think comes out at the end of the month. It is called Green Fuse Burning by Tiffany Morris. I think it's only like 100 pages, and it is, I think, a horror book, which is not usually what I read, but it is an Indigenous Canadian, I think, author. It says it is queer. The author also, I think, was a poet first, and I saw, I think it was on Goodreads, that it was like other books people enjoyed, the bit like where it says that list at the bottom. A Dowry of Blood was on there, and so if they're going to be similar, then hopefully I will enjoy this one, but we'll see how we go, and it fits that prompt, so that's great. Next we have a book with orange on the cover, and I'm going to reuse this one. It's not completely orange, but there is orange on it. The next prompt was Spooky Book, which lots of these can probably fit for, but I think I'll use maybe The Stranger Upstairs, that one seems kind of spooky, and that gives me a spot to fit that one into the TBR. Next up we have Black Cat. So that is a book with a cat on the cover or in the book. I had so much trouble with this. I do not own a single book, or I couldn't find a book that had what I wanted. So I scrolled on Kindle Unlimited because I need to use that a bit more than I do. And so the book that I'm going to read is called Paw and Order, which is a cozy mystery about a cat who solves mysteries. Now, I'm pretty sure it is told from the perspective of the cat, which is absolutely wild and something that I've never read before. But it's a mystery series that's on Kindle Unlimited, and it has a cat on the cover, and I'm gonna read it and see what I think about reading a book from the perspective of a cat. And last one, the prompt is Jigsaw, and for that one you need to read a book with some sort of game involved, which is perfect because I already had the family game on my TBR, and there's literally the word game is in the title, and I think it's to do with a game. All right, so that's that. The other readathons that I'm hoping to participate in, and I feel like people are probably going to announce more readathons that I'm going to miss out on putting in this video, but it's fine. The Autumn's Up readathon, I'll leave linked below. There are prompts, and there's also a bingo board. The prompts are fairly easy, which I love. So a book with fall colors on the cover, a book about witches, a book about books, and a thriller or horror book. I feel like a lot of these can fit for that. This one could be fall colors, and it's also a book about books because it's a book club. I've already got thrillers or horrors, a book featuring witches. This one's about witches, so we're covered for that one. And there is a bingo board with like more things. I've got BIPOC author, read an audiobook. I'm sure one of these I can get on audio, read a new release. One of them is literally an arc, so that can count for that. A book about ghosts. This one said it had ghosts in it. I don't have a book with a disabled main character. I'll have to have a look for that one. Yeah, I think I'm mostly covered for the prompts on the bingo board. And then there is also a vampathon, which is another Halloween readathon. This is created by Jody, and this has a bunch of prompts. Again, a lot of these are quite easy to fulfill with the books I've already picked. A thriller, witchy, book with a gothic setting, supernatural main character. Oh, I don't have a graphic novel. I'll maybe have to read another Death Note volume. But yeah, I think we're pretty much covered, and I'm getting flustered and overwhelmed. So that's my TBR. Let me know what you're reading in October. Sorry, this is chaotic again. Let me know if you're joining my book club for its first month, and yes, I'll see you next time.